Hi, I'm Keren from Radleys. I'd like to show you the Maya 4 reaction station. Radleys designed Maya 4 to be a highly flexible tool, allowing you to run 4 experiments completely independently with heating, cooling and stirring. And being software controlled, Maya 4 is perfect for accurate temperature control as well as unattended experiments. So we're talking about one reaction station, but with a wide variety of accessories to meet your chemistry needs. So why don't we start the tour? Let's talk about temperature performance. First of all, with a block temperature range of -30 to +180, what that means is typically you can get solution temperatures from -20 or even lower up to 150 degrees or so. The other thing worth noting is that you can get up to 200 degrees difference between two zones next to each other, which is perfect for when several users are sharing the unit and are working at very different temperatures. In terms of the technology behind the heating and cooling, the heating is performed using heating cartridges in all 4 zones, and that is for fast but also precise heating. In terms of the cooling, we're using Peltier technology. This means you get active cooling without the need for a chiller. You can control the temperature by just using the block temperature, so you have internal PT100s in each of the zones, but you can also do so more accurately by adding external PT100s inside your reaction mixtures. The Maya 4 comes with built-in magnetic stirring in all 4 zones. You can also add overhead stirring. The Maya 4 compact stirrers provide powerful stirring and can easily handle viscous materials such as golden syrup. You can choose the right PTFE paddle for your application between turbines, anchors and U-shape. In terms of glassware, we have a wide range available. It's also very easy to swap between setups to fit in with project changing or also multi-user work. So first of all, Maya 4 accepts a wide range of tubes and vials, from HPLC vials to scintillation vials, including even microwave tubes for sealed reactions. All you need is the right aluminum insert, and you could even use your own tubes and vials. You also have the options of using round bottom flasks, and these would be from the Carousel 6 Plus range, from 25 milliliters to 250, with or without sidearms. We offer a range of process vessels. These are vessels with straight sides to mimic reactors on a small scale. These reactors are from 50 milliliters to 400 milliliters. So 400 milliliter would be a reactor that fits straight into the Maya 4 without an insert. Just to note, the working volume on these vessels is about 50% of the vessel size, and this is if you want good temperature control. The reason for that is we have made the choice to not bury the vessel completely inside the insert, and this is to give you visibility of your reaction from above. The other thing is our vessels are designed to give you a really tight seal. So you have a lid that has a flat flange, and the vessel has got a flat flange too, and an O-ring gets compressed between the two when using this connecting set. This would allow you to even hold the vacuum down to 10 millibar. In terms of options, you also have a range of accessories from glass condensers, variety of funnels, the multi-neck lids from the process vessels in the glass version come as 5-neck or 3-neck version. We have also added to the range PTFE lids. So these would be used if you wanted added durability or also added flexibility, as you could swap the configuration of the lid by changing the adapters. The temperature probes are available in a couple of options, so they come as stainless steel, but also the option of PTFE coating is available. We also have a multi-vessel holder, so this can be used in different ways. On this side you would use any glassware with a standard neck, and on this side you would use wide neck glassware, and here you could use these for carousel tubes. So for example, this kind of vessel will be head like this. In order to accommodate the various glassware options, you will need to attach what we call a head to the Mire. So you can see our two main options here, the manifold head here and the reflux head here. So these heads do three things. The first thing they do is they allow for the glassware to be held securely. Okay? The other thing is by connecting water through the back of them, you will allow for refluxing. So in the case of the reflux head, the head itself will get cold with the water running through it, and as a result, this piece of glassware, which we call a reflux tube, will act as a condenser. In the case of the manifold head, the water will be distributed to 4 positions, which have quick connect connectors to allow you to connect those mini condensers. Those connectors mean that you won't have water running until the connectors are engaged. So very clean and easy setup. Okay. The third thing that these heads allow you to do is to have your reactions under an inert atmosphere. By having an inert gas connected to the back of the head, you will have gas running through these nozzles. And the way this works is, as you use one of these caps or these for the overhead stirrer, the gas will run through the cap. And you could always isolate your reaction by closing the tap on the cap. So these are your two main options. The reflux head would be if you wanted to use either vials and tubes, but also glassware from the Carousel 6 Plus range with reflux tubes. If you needed to use multi-neck lids, so process type vessels, then you will need the manifold head. This is the only head they will fit with, and you will have condensers attached to the head. Finally, we have introduced a third option recently. So in case you wanted even more flexibility and maybe use your own glassware, maybe use things like your air condensers, the fidensers. So you could attach this head instead, which is just a scaffolding option. We call it the support head, and would allow you to use your own glassware potentially. The Mire reaction station is supplied with a touchscreen control pad as standard. It is very intuitive and super easy to use. It works with bare fingers as well as light gloves and even a stylus pen. The control pad will control and record anything to do with temperature and stirring, and this might be all you need for most of your experiments. However, for more complex experiments, or if you wanted to control and log external devices such as syringe pumps, peristaltic pumps or pH meters, we have a PC software option for the Mire. The PC software also has a very nice feature of creating detailed reports in only a few clicks. So this is what the control pad looks like. For example, the overview screen is really useful to show you what is currently running, what's connected, who's working currently with the Mire, especially if you were several users sharing the unit. As you can see, for example, here In zone 3 and 4, I've got a temperature probe depicted because I have temperature probes connected in zone 3 and 4. Same with overhead stirrers in zone 3 and 4. I've got them connected on here and the control pad knows that. In other zones, it will show magnetic stirring by default. Let me show you the rest of the control pad in a bit more detail. So from this overview screen, it's quite easy to navigate to any of the 4 zones to set up an experiment, either using the menu on the side or any of the flasks here. So for example, if I wanted to run an experiment in zone 1, this is how I would do it. I could run my experiment in 2 ways, either in manual mode or in profile mode. Manual mode is similar to using a hot plate maybe. I would input my temperature and stirring speed and just walk away, and maybe later if I needed to change the temperature or the stirring speed, would come back and input the values. So as simple as this. The other option is to use profile mode, and the screen would just look slightly different, and you could have up to 10 steps in an experiment. When your experiment has been written, you just need to press play, and you will be asked to rename your experiment before starting. So this is what it would look like if my experiment was starting in profile mode. I can hear the fans from the Maya starting, and now I have the first step highlighted in green, showing me that this is what is happening at the moment. I can see this green line will be moving across in my experiment to tell me where I am. So for any experiment data, or if I wanted to repeat an experiment, there's a file management area that contains all files that have been saved in this control pad, and I could be exporting them via USB or a network folder, or I could also be repeating them by inputting them in one of the zones. So if you wanted any more information on the Maya 4 and just wanted to see it for yourself in your lab, please go onto the Radleys website to request a demo.